Brian Moran, founder of GovernmentCIO. Welcome to GovernmentCIO Magazine.
Hi, this is Olivia Ung with GovernmentCIO Magazine. Today we'll be speaking with Kathy Cutler, Chief Information Officer at the Defense Logistics Agency.
So in the IT world, we have a bogey of about $600 million that we need to generate savings over the FIDA. And so, as I've stated in different forums, IT is a big enabler, but it's also a big cost driver. So we certainly need to look to become more efficient in the services that we provide. But some of the streamlining and consolidation that we've done is not strictly to meet those budget numbers. Some of it is to make sure that we are giving our customers a consistent experience with their IT, that we are using standardized processes and tools, that we are getting rid of things that we don't need in terms of infrastructure so that we can provide better security all the way around. And I really think all of those things together allow us to look at how to better support the agency in a cost-efficient manner. So some of the things that we're looking at in terms of generating some of our cost reductions are application rationalization. What applications provide duplicative types of services that we no longer need to maintain? Where are there infrastructure that I don't need to maintain different layers anymore? And can we use capabilities that say DISA provides or other fourth estate kind of organizations provide? So we're looking to leverage those both government as well as commercial agencies versus us building our own. We're also trying to put more discipline behind what are the requirements that we use within DLA. Do those requirements have a quantitative business impact that would justify whatever IT expense that we may have in developing that? And then we're also looking at how we can decustomize some of the solutions that we have in the agency so that we can reduce costs long term while still providing the agility and capability for the end users in our agency. So my vision is to be a customer-focused, reliable, secure IT provider for DLA and the Department of Defense. And so to help enable that type of vision, we have a strategic roadmap. So there are many elements to that roadmap. A few key events that are coming up here in the next year are the deployment of Office 365, which is a collaboration pathfinder event that we're working with the Air Force and DISA as our partners, but that will enable us to take advantage of more commercial office automation capabilities so we don't have to run our own email, we don't have to run some of the office products that we run today. We are also looking at application rationalization, as I mentioned before, to say what are the applications that we need to decommission because they no longer make sense or they no longer have a role in what we need to do within DLA. So we've got about 105 of those on tap for this year to decommission. We're also looking at mobility capabilities. So we really want to make work about an activity and not a location, and we want to enable our workforce to do their jobs from anywhere. So we're deploying new devices. We are deploying tablets, iPhones, those kinds of things. And we're also getting ready to deploy the virtual desktop, which really means anybody can go anywhere in the agency. They can be at home, and they still get their same desktop. And it's all being pushed from the back room, so that enhances our security posture. We are currently in the process of rolling that out as well. Mil cloud and commercial cloud is another big area that we're looking at in our strategic roadmap because we want to get out of the data center hosting business within DLA. So we have about 4 or 5 applications currently in the Mil cloud offering, and over the next few months we plan to ramp that up to about 190 applications. So all of those key events, we have some important milestones over the next 12 months to kind of get those items in place, and that helps really establish what we need to do to fulfill that vision. So, we need to modernize where we can, which I think is some of the mobility capabilities. We need to simplify where we can to get rid of some of the applications we no longer need. We need to simplify the same on our infrastructure side and use those commercial offerings. And then we need to make sure that we've got the appropriate skill sets within the IT community, because the skill sets that we use today may not be the ones that we need in the future. So we need to really evaluate as we move through some of these key events, what are the true skill sets that we need to enhance and plan for. And then all of that should position us to be more agile in how we respond to the customers and the customer needs. So I really look at the JIE as really a larger version of what we've done in DLA. So it's really about having a single security stack, using enterprise solutions, having standardized processes and tools, having a technology roadmap, all of those things at more of a departmental level and a regional level. We have been participating in a number of those working groups and making sure that we're staying informed on the directions that they're going, but I see that very much in line with what we have already done within DLA. With the key to that really coming up with an interoperable type of system and systems across all of the agencies as well as the services within the department. And I think that's a great thing. That should yield some cost savings for not only us in DLA but across the department. So we will definitely be looking to see how we can leverage those solutions that are put in place wherever we can so that we can be more efficient in the operation that we have here. So I think JETS is not directly tied to JIE, but it does help support some of the principles. So JETS is really the accumulation of all of the different tasks that we currently do across J6 in the IT world, whether it's application development, whether it's desk side support, whether it's the infrastructure and the server type of maintenance, all those things. So it's really going to be a contractual vehicle with about 20 different task areas that covers all of those things that we currently do. In today's environment, we still have a number of geographically based contracts, and so as we have moved to more enterprise services, we really need to move our contracts in that direction, which is what JETS will allow us to do. So JETS does fulfill some of the premises behind JIE in terms of enterprise tools, in terms of common service offerings, and it really will help us standardize a lot of the things that we currently have. I also look at JETS to provide us with some leverage on industry, because we are going to be telling them, what our outcome, what our requirement is, and not necessarily telling them how to do that. So we are seeing that we will be able to leverage industry solutions a lot more with the JETS vehicle, and then that should lead to cost reductions for us as well. All of that will support the JIE direction as we move forward. So I would say, first and foremost, we are trying to enable our workforce so that they are better able to support that warfighter requirement no matter where it is, providing them new capabilities, whether that be system capabilities or workforce capabilities in terms of our mobility. So I think that would be one thing I would say. I would say to the warfighter, we're also providing them a secure environment where we are protecting our data and the transactions that they provide us, so they should not have concerns in that area. And that we're trying to become a more agile organization in terms of delivering the capabilities that they need. So we know technology is a rapidly changing environment, and we need to be able to respond to that more quickly than we've done in the past. So we're trying to simplify our landscape so that we are able to do that, and we can respond to those customer needs. And we're going to do all of those things in a more cost-efficient manner. So as we mentioned earlier, we have a big bogey in savings that we need to achieve. We need to figure out how to deliver our services in a more cost-effective manner, and I think we've got some strategies in place to do that. But it's not about reducing services. It's about delivering those services in a different way so that we can still provide the customers and the warfighters with what they need at a better price. But all of that to say that we recognize we are a key enabler for everybody in DLA as well as the department in their support of the warfighter, and that the bottom line is we have the warfighters back, and anything related to IT.